All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Cosmo, it's the mailman. Cosmopolitan. He made a new enemy. It's the mailman. The mailman was just here, and now the mailman is walking up and down the street, and he's on the back of the couch. Cosmopolitan. Hey, get down. Hey, you're okay. Thank you for telling me that he was out there. Anyway, back to you. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful midweek. But as usual, we're going to take a look and see what wants to come through for you. So take what resonates, leave what does not. I welcome in your spirit guides to intermingle and convene with my spirit guides to get the best possible message for you. As always, these are general readings, so it may not resonate for all of you, or it could be just for somebody you know. So there's a reason why you're here. There's an absolute reason why you're here. But let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through for the lighter side of things. What we got for today? What are you showing up as? To be fair. That's Libra energy. Okay. Past energy. Here and now. Okay, I like that. And future energy, we have message in a bottle. So, being in the present moment is really beneficial. Because when you're in the present moment, you can control your vibration. That is a very big deal. Being able to control your vibration from your present moment. To be fair, you know, is really talking to me. Trying to not let the pendulum swing one way or the other. It's, I'm hearing hold the course. Not letting things get too far out of balance where you can't handle it. It's like, if it doesn't come across your radar right here in the present moment, then you're not going to worry about it. It's like not being too far in the past and not being too far in the future, because, you know, that does hinder your vibration. If you're too far in the past, then, you know, you have that regret, right? Or that longing of, you know, past situations and circumstances. If you go too far in the future, you know, you have anxiety, and there's essentially planning for the worst. You know, it's a lot more beneficial, especially for vibrational people, to be in the present moment, right? That way you can control where your vibration is going. So let's see what the underneath has. You know me, I'm all about seeing what's underneath everything. Nature. Okay. Compassion. I like that. All right, and what's the next one? The Creator. Exactly what I was talking about. Exactly what I was just talking about, controlling your vibration. And, you know, when you're in the present moment and you have a high vibration because you are controlling your vibration, it allows you to be able to manifest things a lot more easier. English. But with the underneath, with compassion and nature, we are getting the warmer days. The warmer days are kind of creeping through. And so I do recommend some grounding. Go outside, touch some grass. That's what I heard when I pulled the nature card. Touch some grass. I'm told that quite frequently by my mom. Go outside, touch some grass, ground yourself. You know, pull yourself back into the present moment. So if you aren't already doing this, I do recommend you doing this. You know, find ways to quiet the mind, to ground yourself. If you are in a place that has semi-decent weather right now, I do recommend spending some time in nature. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you are the creator of your world, of the things you manifest. And, you know, I want you to live your best life. So take this information and do what you will with it. Find things and moments that will allow you to ground. Okay? Are you done yelling at the mailman, Cosmopolitan? Yeah. Come here. Are you done yelling at the mailman? Okay. I'm talking to our friends. Oh yeah, you want to say hi? Yeah. And here he is. Big old Cosmo. Oh yeah? Okay. Alright. Underneath, we have the Page of Swords. We have the King of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this has kind of been a, not really a slow-moving process. I mean, it can be for some of you. But I feel like this has kind of taken us a while to get to this point, right? I do feel as though it has everything to do with having compassion for the past. You know, it shows up here. But at the same time, it's also about having that inspiration and that drive to move forward, right? To take the lesson and to come in from the cold. Five of Pentacles with the One of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, gives us the Six of Pentacles, and that comes back to the to be fair, right? Six of Pentacles is about that balance, about that give and take. So what do we got here? You're showing up as the Five of Cups. There's the Queen of Wands, so we have a royal set. We have fire signs here. The next hurdle is the Lovers. Okay. Balance, union. For some of you, this could involve another. For others, it's just about that internal balance of divine feminine, divine masculine. We'll take a look. Grounding this energy is the King of Cups. Guiding this energy is the Eight of Wands. This is where I feel like that message in a bottle comes in. Again, we'll take a look at that. Past energy is the Ten of Swords. Future energy is the Seven of Wands. Here's you paving the road. Here is you doing that work. Motion, the Magician, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Swords. And didn't this come up in the same spot earlier this week? The Six of Swords moving forward. So there's a bunch of different things here that I want to take a look at. Okay. First, I want to take a look at this Five of Cups. Right. What was that? Strength, Eight of Cups, the Sun, the Four of Cups. All right. This is one of those instances where tarot is telling me that's none of my business. What it's telling me is that whatever choice that was made that shifted you into this did require strength. It did require you to raise your vibration to get to this point. It is on your path, yes. And I do feel as though that it is coming from your intuition. Four of Cups. It is coming from divine energy. Okay? That's all that's going to give me. Okay. All right. Ten of Swords. Page of Cups. Knight of Wands. Two of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. You know, this has kind of got, and it's very interesting that this would come up. I'm kind of getting the tail end of the reading on Monday, which is very interesting. Because I know I used two sets of cards. I want to say it was this one and the golden foil. But essentially, that choice that was made to walk away from another or walk away from that situation really is going to bring out the best in you. How do I want to put this? It's almost like, and this is just the example that's coming, is when two people who know that they are toxic for one another, and I'm not saying that that's, you know, what that reading was. That's a whole other reading. But the energy that comes up, it's a situation where things are toxic until you walk away, right? And then when you walk away, things start to get better, right? And so that's what this energy is giving me with this Ten of Swords, is you're moving away from a situation that may have been toxic, that wasn't going to give you what you needed. It was just going to keep you in energies and vibrations that you did not want to be in. And when you put that down and walked away from it, it allowed you to become a better version of you. That's what that is telling me, which isn't bad. It's actually really good. It does take strength to get through that energy. Tell me about the lovers here. What is this balance? Judgment, Nine of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Absolutely. That is telling me that you are going back to the root of things, which is ironic because, you know, nature. I'm seeing that ancestor tree, which is interesting, and I'm going to actually find that here for you. I'm seeing this ancestor tree. Well, come on, Tub Tub. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't have time to wait for you. Come on. If you're going to come up, come up. You're going to do it at the worst possible second. Anyway, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this in my mind. It's almost like you were going back... connecting with, I want to say the older ways of doing things, but that's not what I mean. When I'm having problems, right, when I'm having problems with, you know, my spirit guides, because it happens, or when I don't have a clear sense of direction, right, or I'm struggling vibrationally, I talk to my older spirit guides. I have young spirit guides and I've got older spirit guides. And when I need wisdom, when I need to reconnect back to essentially source, right? I talk to them because, you know, they're older, they're wiser, and, you know, they were before my younger spirit guides, right? And it's kind of like going to grandpa, grandma, somebody older for advice, right? And they bestow this wisdom upon you. And this wisdom, you know, helps you move forward. That's what this energy is giving me. It's making a new choice to heal based off of that advice. I know this doesn't look like big energy. You know, I think we only have a few major arcana here. But the major arcana is at certain points that makes this big energy. And this is some really big resetting energy. What is this Eight of Wands? What is this message in a bottle? Four of Wands. Ace of Cups. The High Priestess. And the Nine of Swords. Things may be stress right now. And look, we have the Six of Wands underneath. Things may be stress right now. But it's almost like you were being reminded, and sometimes I need reminded of this too. You were being reminded that you were made of universal energy. I am made of universal energy. My roommate, who unfortunately is sick over there, is also made of universal energy. You are made of universal energy. We all come from the universal source, whatever that may be for you, right? For some people, it's God. For other people, it's a deity or a different God or, you know, a place in time. Whatever that may be for you, you are part of that energy. And I feel like that is the answer that is coming through for you. It's reminding you that this is a 3D world. And this 3D world is clashing with the 5D right now, right? It all, yeah. Anyway, whole other mess of things. But the 3D and the 5D are intermingling. And I feel like the 3D has definitely dragged you down. Dragged a lot of people down recently. And so, you know, we're trying to put ourselves back into a calibrated state. And some of us are struggling. And, you know, I struggle with it too. It's not just a you thing. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying that everybody struggles with it, including me. And when we struggle with it, you know, sometimes we do need advice. And our spirit guides and ancestors, guards, guardians, guides, source, is there to remind us what we are really capable of. And that's why I live by the philosophy, everything is always working out for me. Because 9 out of 10 times, it really does. Even if I'm stressed, even if I don't have an answer right now, it 9 out of 10 times always works out because I have that belief. I have that reliance, understanding, faith in the 5D of things. And that's what I feel like some of you are stepping into, which is why we get the 7 of Wands. It's not letting this energy drag you down. It's about allowing it to inspire you, King and Queen of Wands, to inspire you to continue on. And so we have the Magician, the 7 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. There's that change. And I feel like you are moving beyond the lies of the 3D and getting that clarity and moving beyond that. Give me one for the 7 of Swords. Tower. Yes, Dracula. That was the clearest meow I've heard from him all morning. Anyway, the 7 of Swords is clarified by the Tower. This is the 3D breaking. This is the 3D breaking. And it does look very anxiety-ridden. You know, the house is on fire and, you know, there's a storm and there's lightning and it's just, yeah, there's a cliff here. There's a lot of craziness happening here. But that's the lie. That is the lie. And so I feel like that's what clarity is. That's what is coming through on the clarity side, is that this is the lie. This 3D world is the lie. And people with higher vibrations, people who tap into the 5D, can manipulate this 3D world based off of the vibration. Based off of their own vibration. So where are we going with this? 6 of Swords. 10 of Cups. Absolutely. 10 of Cups. There's that 6 of Pentacles, like I was talking about earlier. We traveled a long road to go a short distance. Knight of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. Absolutely. I feel like this understanding drives you forward. It allows you to do more work in a much more positive way. I'm not saying, oh my God, there's more work here. What I'm saying is that the work that you will be given is an inspiration based off of the 3D into the 5D. It's not very, usual, I get energy like this. But somebody needs this. This is from a 3D to a 5D experience based off of you. Your personal vibration. It's kind of like an awakening. I had my awakening back in 2017, 18, somewhere around there, right? And I remember I was sitting at work listening to my tarot readings, and I just found Abraham Hicks. And I remember something was said that triggered in the back of my mind. And I happened to look out the window, and it felt like a veil was like, you know how you pull the cloth off of certain furniture? That's what that felt like. It felt like somebody had grabbed the top of my head and pulled, and everything became clear. And that's when I really started to step into all of this. That's what I feel like is happening for you guys. I wouldn't call it a Kundalini awakening because, it could be for some of you, but it's almost like your inner power is finally waking up. And that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. It's very difficult to do in a 3D world. Just letting you know. Anything else for these wonderful people before I let them go? This is actually going to be one of the shorter videos that I have for this week. We've got the Page of Wands, 4 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords, along with Death underneath. I don't think you understand the max potential this is going to have for you. I don't think you see it coming. I feel like this is something that you just kind of slowly lean into. And then when you connect with that source, Four of Swords, when you connect with the source that is best fit for you, you realize the seeds have already been sown. It's kind of like an aha moment. Like everything about this has led you to this point, and then the pieces start to fall into place. You were the creator. You create alongside the universe. Right? Because we're all made of the stardust and the wonderful energy of the universe. So please don't think otherwise. And after this, I don't think you will think otherwise. How else do we have manifestation? How else do we have deja vu? How else do we have all of these wonderful 5D experiences in a 3D world if the 5D didn't exist? Just food for thought. Something to think on today. Zodiac signs that I see, I have a lot, so I'm actually, going to sift through them here. We have Leo, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Sag, I think that's everybody. It looks like a lot more than what it is, but we do have quite a bit of repeats. I'm going to go through it one more time just to be sure. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. We've got Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Sag, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, more Sag, Gemini, I believe that's what I see. Before I let you go, the other thing that the other knight that we are missing is the Knight of Cups. And that's interesting. Nope, there he is. That's who we're missing. You're getting clarity, inspiration, and messages right now. But anyway, thank you guys very much for joining me. As always, your company, as well as your spirit guide's company, is well appreciated. If this resonated for you, leave a like, leave a comment. If this is fitting for somebody else that you know in your life, share this with them. Pass this message along. But this was wonderful, as usual. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you all again on Friday. But until then, I'll see you later. Bye for now, guys.